So one thing I really want to talk about, I'm really passionate about, is taking action and just moving forward and beginning to take steps to the best of your ability to grow your business. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're thinking of starting a business, or you have an idea, or maybe you already have created a business, something that happened to me in the early stages and I think is still affecting me in some ways is the fear that I might make a mistake in the kind of the business organization or legal side of the business. And this is my own personal appearance, this is a personal preference, this is not legal advice, but it's something that I hope is encouraging or provides value to some other entrepreneur out there who is starting a business. And I want to give you a little example on something that has happened to our own business just recently that I was immediately made aware of, and then now I'm going to have to fix. But we have been a very fluid company, and one of our employees recently got married and then had to move to a different state. And when that happened, we moved out of our office, which was previously in Hillsborough, and we became a virtual company. And in that process, we had already had, general liability, workers' compensation, all the other insurance and policies that we need. But I just found out today that I actually was supposed to have workers' compensation insurance for the employee that is living in another state so that we can be protected in case something were to happen there. And the reason I'm bringing this up is to point out, first of all, technically we were operating in a state that is illegal to do business. You have to have workers' compensation insurance. But what I want to point out is that if you are doing, and in my opinion, if you are doing things in good faith and trying the best that you can to follow rules, you will become aware of these things. And now retroactively, we can pay for the time that that employee has been operating in the other state and getting an income and get that set up. By no means is it a good thing that I didn't know that before, but the point being, taking action and starting to do stuff instead of being in fear that you're going to do something wrong or that you're going to miss something will just cripple the growth or speed of your business. I do strongly encourage that people reach out to people that know more than them, talk to accountants, talk to insurance agents, get perspectives from a lot of people. But whenever you have gotten information and you're kind of debating on what to do, my opinion is always just move forward, take a step, move in the direction that you want the business to be going in, and then take time as the thing is developing to develop better contracts or increase insurance or like liability on your part. But there are a lot of people that I feel are trying to set up their businesses as these, Fortune 500 companies and follow all the processes and just stuff, when the reality is you don't even know if you have a legit business or if your business will even be around for more than 6 months. And so you really need to just be taking massive action, and then naturally the things that are important and really need your attention will become known to you, and then you resolve those. And I've had a number of little situations like this come up in business, but and I've learned so much about business in the 4 years that I've been in business, but none of that would have ever happened had I not just begun the process of creating and forming my business, talking to people that I know to develop contracts, and then later finding out that I could, I was exposing myself in certain areas, and now I want to hire a lawyer to create better contracts for us. And then we created employee agreements and contractor agreements. None of that would have been worth it to create when I was just starting my business, because that's several $1,000s that I would have been spending at a time when I didn't actually need that. And I think as your business grows and it becomes more of a substance, or you have more to lose, then you need to start looking at these other things that are required to do business effectively and in an intelligent way. But I just think that there is nothing that can replace not being careless. There's a difference between being careless and moving quickly. Being careless is going to get you into a lot of trouble. But most people that I meet that are entrepreneurs are smart people that are just worried, and they're basically stuck in this fear trap of, if I do something wrong, I'm going to go to jail. And in reality, what probably happens is that if you do something wrong, you're most likely going to get a fine, which could or could not be resolved by a phone call and asking them to waive that, penalty, which has happened to us as well. But generally, the outcome that you are fearing is not nearly as bad as you think it is. And generally, it's going to result in a conversation with someone where you apologize and you make it right. You might have to pay, again, retroactively, something that you didn't know you had to pay. But it's not like the world's going to end and your business is going to be annihilated. You just have to begin that process. And then for those of you that have bigger businesses that you're building, you probably have more experience and are able to do far more than the person that has zero business experience, like I did 4 years ago when I started SkEye. So kind of a lot of information to take in there, but again, take action. Just do the best that you can with the knowledge that you have, and then trust that you can come back and resolve and fix things later. Hopefully that's helpful. I would be really interested to know what else you guys are curious about when it comes to business. There's so much that I've learned, and I really enjoy having conversations with other entrepreneurs or people that are interested in building businesses. And I'm happy to give you my 2 cents on what I've done, and share more videos about this type of stuff. So please reach out, let me know if you have other things you're curious about, and I'd be happy to create content around that. Thanks, guys.